Can you imagine traveling from Los Angeles to San Francisco in just 35 minutes, a journey that usually takes about 6 hours by car? Welcome to the world of the Hyperloop, a revolutionary concept that could change the way we think about travel. Let us travel through this cutting-edge technology and learn the mysteries that lie behind its ability to completely change the way we live. The Hyperloop, first proposed by Elon Musk in 2013, is not just a new train, but a groundbreaking transportation system. Far more than just another high-speed rail, the Hyperloop stands as a groundbreaking leap in transportation technology. It's designed to whisk pods through tubes almost devoid of air, reaching potential speeds of over 700 miles per hour. This isn't a page from a science fiction novel, it's the beginning of a new travel era. But what's the secret behind this revolutionary speed? The answer lies in battling air resistance. The Hyperloop operates in a near vacuum state, a low-pressure environment where air resistance decreases, which enables the pods to glide at extraordinary speeds while consuming minimal energy. The Hyperloop isn't just about getting from point A to point B rapidly, it's about reshaping the very fabric of transportation, driven by our aspiration to reach further, faster, and more efficiently. Having explored the revolutionary concept and the incredible speeds of the Hyperloop, let's now zoom in on the fascinating technology that makes this futuristic dream a reality. Imagine you have a toy car and you want it to zoom across your room super fast. Now, what if you could make it fly just above the floor, so it doesn't slow down because it's not touching anything? That's a bit like how the Hyperloop works, but instead of a toy car, it's a super fast pod carrying people. The Hyperloop uses a special trick called magnetic levitation, or maglev for short. It's like how magnets on your fridge can stick or push away from each other. The Hyperloop uses this push-away force to float above the track. No wheels touching the ground means no slowing down because of rubbing. It's like sliding on ice, but even smoother. Now think about when you try to run really fast. The air pushes against you and makes it harder to move, right? Well, the Hyperloop solves this by traveling inside a tube that has almost no air inside, called a near vacuum. This means there's hardly any air to push against the Hyperloop pod, so it can zoom super fast without using a lot of energy. It's like running in a place where the air is super thin, making it easier to move quickly. The numbers are really cool as well. The Hyperloop could reach speeds of over 700 miles per hour. That's faster than a jet plane. Imagine racing a plane and winning. That's how fast the Hyperloop is. And because it uses electricity, which can come from solar panels or windmills, it's much cleaner for the planet than cars and planes that use gas. Scientists and engineers are working hard to make the Hyperloop safe and comfortable. They do lots of testing and use computers to check everything. They even think about what would happen in emergencies, like if there's a power cut, to make sure everyone stays safe. So the Hyperloop isn't only a super fast train, it's like a magic pod flying through a special tube, using the power of magnets and clever science to move people quickly and safely from one place to another. It's like something from a superhero movie, but it's real, and it could change how we travel in the future. Now, let's imagine how the Hyperloop could change our everyday lives, almost like magic. It's like having the superpower to be in different cities in the blink of an eye. First, think about visiting your friends or family who live far away. Today, it may take hours or even a whole day to get there, but with the Hyperloop, you could have breakfast at home and then zip across to another city hundreds of miles away just in time for lunch. It's like turning long journeys into short hops, making faraway places feel like they're just around the corner. The Hyperloop isn't only super fast, it's also super smart for the planet. Cars and planes use a lot of fuel to make the air dirty, but the Hyperloop uses clean energy, like sunlight, to turn into electricity. This means we can travel a lot without harming the Earth. It's like choosing a superhero who fights pollution every time we travel. Now let's talk about cities and towns. Sometimes they get too crowded, and it's hard for everyone to live and move around comfortably. The Hyperloop can help spread things out. People could live in one city and work in another without worrying about long commutes. The effect, similar to that of a magical bridge, making the various locations feel like one cohesive community. Schools, hospitals, and businesses would also change. Imagine going to a school or a hospital in a different city because it's just a short Hyperloop ride away. Businesses could meet clients or ship products super fast, like sending text messages instead of mailing a letter. But building the Hyperloop is a big task. Like building a mile-long Lego set, it needs a lot of smart people to design and build it, and it costs a lot of money. In the end, the Hyperloop is more than just a super fast train. It's a new way to connect our world, making it smaller, cleaner, and more connected. It's like opening a book of the future and stepping into a world where amazing journeys are just part of everyday life. Now let's think about the big puzzles and challenges we need to solve to make the Hyperloop real. First, there's the puzzle of building it. Imagine making a tube that stretches for hundreds of miles. It's a huge project, like building the longest water slide in the world, but even more complicated. We need to make sure it's super safe and strong so it can last for many, many years. And just like building a giant water slide, it costs a lot of money. We're talking about billions of dollars. Then there's the challenge of making sure everyone is safe while zooming at super fast speeds in the Hyperloop. Engineers need to think about what happens if there's a power cut or an emergency. They use lots of testing and computer simulations to make sure everything is safe and comfortable, even at super high speeds. Another big challenge is getting everyone to agree that building the Hyperloop is a good idea. This means talking to people who make laws, people who live near where it will be built, and lots of other people who have questions about it. And don't forget, we need to make sure the Hyperloop is friendly to animals and nature. Building such a big thing can disturb the homes of animals and plants, so we need to be careful and kind, making sure we protect them. Looking into the future, the Hyperloop could be like a spaceship on Earth, taking us to new places faster than ever before. We have to collaborate and solve these puzzles and use our best science and technology to get there. Now let's dream a little bit about how the Hyperloop could change our world and the future. Imagine a magic carpet that can fly fast for everyone. Imagine living in a world where no place is too far. This means people can live and work in different cities or even countries without worrying about long travel times. It's like making the whole world your neighborhood. Schools and jobs would be different. Perhaps you could even go to school in a different city because the Hyperloop makes it easy to get there. Or your parents could work in faraway places without having to move the entire family. The Hyperloop could also help the planet. Since it uses clean energy and is super efficient, it doesn't make the air dirty like cars and planes. This means we can travel a lot without damaging the Earth. But it's not only about traveling. The Hyperloop could bring people from all over the world closer together. Imagine making new friends from places you've never been, or learning about different cultures, just because it's easier to visit new places. In the future, the Hyperloop may even inspire more cool inventions. Just like how airplanes and cars changed the world, the Hyperloop could open up new ways of living, working, and playing that we've never even thought of yet. So the Hyperloop isn't only a fast train, it's a door to the future, showing us a world where distance doesn't matter, where our planet is cleaner, and where everyone is just a little bit closer to each other. There are no limits in this brand new world. What do you think about this incredible technology? Would you take a ride in the Hyperloop? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's continue to explore the fascinating possibilities of our future.